One by one they'll come in. It is a bit like Phoenix Nights. How far away are they? But they're just coming into the arena now. A full head of steam. And as usual, all different shapes and sizes. We'll take you through the history of all of these machines, whether they are replicas of machines we've got on site as well, whether they are just standalone ones as well, and you can see the various eras of transportation, whether it be the traction engine, whether it be the tractor, whether it be the steam engine, whether it be more up to date. We start to look at some of the juggernauts, which are also a part of this procession as well, and of course we've got the fun things, like the butters. So all of those are going to be coming onto the arena. Have a fantastic look around them. Dave will take you through them all when they all get into the middle of the arena. And don't forget to ask these people, if you don't know anything about traction engines, if you don't know anything about steam, everybody's more than happy to talk about what they've done, how they put these vehicles back together, how long it's taken them to do things. That's young Harry doing that there, managing to make his presence known. And it's something which is passed through the families as well. We can see whole families on these machines as they come past, coming out for a great weekend.
That road mate. Yeah.
And I'm going to take my life in my hands and try and talk and walk at the same time. Hello you.
Hello.
What's your name?
Hayden.
How old are you?
11.
11? And how long have you been driving this?
I don't know.
You don't know, well you're not going to tell me.
No.
You're not going to tell me, are you? So, is it very easy to drive?
Yeah.
So, is it electric?
Yeah.
25 volt electric, and you like taking it around and things like this?
Yeah.
Fantastic stuff. I'll let you carry on. There he goes. Amazing stuff. So as we say, all shapes and sizes, all makes, from the electric to the steam. And everybody really enjoying what they do as well. I'm gonna now take my life in my hands. Your name?
Sure, Robert.
But how old is this, Phil?
It's 2007, so it's 9 years old now.
You built it from scratch?
No, I bought it actually and then just fixed it and made it go.
How many times a year do you take it out?
I go out about 13, 14 times a year to various things, fairs and the like, yeah.
And what do you get from it? What do you get out of all of this?
It's a lot of enjoyment really, it's quite a social event, you know, you always meet up with friends and everything, and it's good fun.
Well, I'll let you carry on going around. We're holding people up. Thanks very much, Phil. Because obviously we've got lots of people now going. My limiters near the maximum. What's your name?
Alex.
Again, how old is this?
20 years.
20 years old, and again, rebuilt.
It's had a lot of work. It had a new boiler back in 2010. It's had a full repaint, a bits and bobs and shit like so, yeah.
And how did you get into this?
Basically, my nan and granddad used to marshal Lincolnshire Steam Valley, and I used to be the little kid. So I used to go every year, and then I always wanted an engine, so when I got old enough and I could afford one, I bought myself one like that.
So you haven't got a choice in it, really. You've got to be doing it. I'll let you carry on because some of the limiters going as well. We'll talk to one more person. I'm going to hand the microphone back over to Dave. I've got a list. This is fantastic. Hello.
How are you?
What's your name?
Lee.
This has got to be a replica, hasn't it?
It is, yeah, it's a replica of the last ever ball steaming stone.
And again, did you build it or is it something you bought?
Built by my granddad, finished it in 2000, took 6 years to do some of these rallies.
And the other thing is, I suppose, if your granddad's built it, you've got such a connection to it.
Definitely, yeah, never going to sell it, just keep running it, fixing it and running it, keep going.
I'm looking here, are we going to be passing it on in the family?
Yes, yeah, I've got a little girl and a little boy, so my little boy's running around on the lorry over there with the wife, so yeah.
Fantastic stuff. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. I'm going to ask you a really rude question now. What's it worth?
Worth as much as someone's willing to pay, but I'd say around 35, 40. Wouldn't let it go into anything like that.
You wouldn't let it go though, would you?
No, just keep hold of it and sit on it.
Thanks very much indeed. I'll let you move on. Congratulations, well done. Right, Dave, it's all yours again now, mate.
Star, an absolute star. Well, folks, I have to be very, very careful with this bunch. I can have so much fun, and I've done for many, many years. And they're the most wonderful people you could ever want to meet, except for this young lady who we pass here. Hello, Mrs. Riley. How's your daughter? Oh, get away. Folks, the world of miniature is absolutely wonderful. We can take it seriously, or we can have a lot of fun with it. This is the Riley family. Dad driving the little Land Rover he's built. Mum's driving the traction engine up front. But with miniature, the thing I like about miniature is the thing that serious engineers can make these things themselves quite easily. And we do see designs of prototypes that never actually grace manufacture. I know a gentleman down in Lichfield who built a Garrett tractor, road tractor. They never ever made one, but it did go on the drawing board, and he was skilled enough to scale it all down and build one in 4-inch scale. It was absolutely beautiful. The other thing about it is that health and safety comes into this, because you're actually dealing with a bomb if you're not careful. You've got a very, very powerful pressure vessel there with a boiler. Now, when you enter a show like Cromford with a steam engine, you've got to have a proper insurance certificate, and the insurance company will want to see all of the particulars, especially who built the boiler, who made it, because you have to be what we call a coded welder. That means you've got to have saved your time and be a specialist in welding seams on boilers, because you can imagine the consequences if that went bang. Some of these guys are skilled enough to do that, but a lot of them, you can buy a set of parts, you can machine them up. There's a wonderful company down in Little Eaton, just down near Derby, that are absolutely wonderful at supplying you with parts and things like that to build these engines. Now, you know, the miniatures have got a very, very strong similarity with motorcycles, and you wonder why that happens. And the similarity is this: you can get them in your shed, you can get them in the garden, you can get them on the kitchen table when the wife's not looking, working on the engine. You can wash all the parts in the sink and get fairy liquid round it when she's not watching as well. Motorcyclists do it, these guys do it. And did you notice how many of these wonderful people, how many ladies there are on there? And I have to be very, very careful when I'm working out the programme for this arena, because if I put them in a little bit, another half an hour dinner time, there's hell up, because she wants to come, he wants his dinner, so they can't have both. So I have to put them in early or late so they can get the dinner. If I put them in too late, they're not fit to come in, because the old elbow's been going again. But they are absolutely wonderful people. The first one that we're looking at, and this is my good mate Harry Deering, he's the guy that's got all these wonderful people here. Thanks, Harry, good day now.
Very nice.
Now, the one thing, last year, a young man was steering his engine with Dad at the back, and we struck up a bit of a friendship. And the little lad saw me in the beer tent last night. He says, "Dad, is that man there, the little Harry here, driving the Foden?" And Fodens, whilst they did make traction engines, they didn't make the volumes that a lot of other people made. Fodens really stuck to steam lorries. Fodens had a parallel boiler, and you can see the boiler is going parallel. A lot of them were vertical boilers, especially the Sentinels. But Foden stuck to the steam philosophy. It was too long. It was an argument in the 1930s in the Foden family about which way they would proceed. Half the family thought they should go into diesel because the diesel engine was taking over. Half the family thought they should stay with steam, and that's where ERF came from. ERF branched away because the ERF is Edwin Richard Foden. They actually called themselves Fodens at one time, but that got squashed. The Fodens split. I was lucky last year to be